My princess, my angel.
Hi, America! Welcome to Angel in the Wiz!
Welcome to Angel in the Wiz. Let me start the little dingus. My list, but when we were speaking the other day, you mentioned that you had something that you wanted to talk about.
I did.
So let me lead into it, and we shall go from there.
Okay.
A few weeks ago.
Last week.
A few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, there was an incident involving emails, I think, and what it was. And all of us who use emails are very familiar with this kind of thing. So, let me see. Just bring this picture in just a little bit. This is great. Technology. Okay. Do we still look okay?
Okay. I look okay.
Well, that's all that matters.
Yes.
Goes without saying.
Show.
You're the pretty in the show. Okay, so.
They released 24,000 something of Sarah Palin's emails.
Yes. Let me tell you, if they released 24,000 of mine, I'd probably be gone. I'd be in a funny room someplace.
I can't comment.
Okay. Well,
I can't comment because I'm public record. Did you know that? Public school teachers are public record. You can go to any of the school districts across the United States and ask to see personnel information and emails, whatever.
So your emails would be under the same subject to call?
Yeah.
Whoa, princess. Well, but you know that going in.
Yeah.
That's the key, knowing it. Okay, so these nice people requested the 24, which is not what I was going to call them, you know that. 24,000 emails.
Yeah.
Where do we go from there? What did you?
So I was intrigued by the fact that the media was all in this, got their shorts all in that about this, and
right.
that they were waiting. The viewers were volunteering to comb through these emails looking for, scandal after, and there wasn't. I was very impressed. Sarah Palin did a good job. There wasn't any emails. It was very, and by that, she gained a couple points. But the one that did strike me as intriguing, and I don't know all the details of this, except it was on Anderson Cooper, and I kind of got a chuckle on it, and I saw it, and I was like...
You watched that show?
No, I was with a friend who was watching the show.
I understand. Thank you.
And so he was kind of poking fun at the fact that there was a couple email exchange in which Sarah Palin had agreed with something that Barack Obama had said in a speech somewhere.
Right.
And this was this email was sent like 2 or 3 weeks before she was chosen to be the vice president, whatever.
Right.
So first thing I thought was, I have to remind Wiz of that his beloved girl
That's right.
liked something that your number one adversary didn't.
Is that right?
Or, the same as your. But then what Anderson Cooper did was played like clip after clip after clip from the time she was selected as a vice presidential candidate until like 2 days before of her denouncing something that on record we have she agreed with.
Right.
Which kind of disappoints me.
Well,
but I'm not done yet.
Okay.
So what I want to say, Miss Palin, if you watch this,
Mrs. Palin.
Mrs. Palin, whatever.
That's why I don't pay attention to the New York Times. They still can't get that right.
That I was impressed that it seemed like you were doing your own thing. She had her own thoughts, her own, and I was impressed by that.
Right.
That she was her own woman, and then all of a sudden she is now having to change her point of views to agree with
John McCain.
Not just John McCain, but whatever the great Republican Party is telling her she has to do. And you know that she's still got to be doing that now, that she's not forming her own opinions. She's still got to fall under whatever she thinks the majority of her constituents are. And I'm sure if she was to come out today and say something like, I actually agree with 90% of the stuff that Mr. Obama says, you would probably drop her like a hot potato. Be like, I'm done with you.
Well, yeah.
Right? Because you're the person that won't go see audio animatronic of somebody. Exactly.
That is really out of line. That is really. For 8 years, I didn't go see that thing when Clinton was in there.
I am telling you.
Excuse me.
That if she publicly
drop her like a stone.
You would be done with her.
Right now, let me point out something.
So you, Mr. Anti-Media, blah 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 blah, are causing her to fall under that same process.
Now,
She's doing what
let's
she wants her.
examine
So.
the original comment, which we do not have here. That's not,
probably could look
MSNBC
it
or
up
Fox
online.
where I can go click, click, click and pull it up. She was agreeing with something that he said.
Right, regarding
Right.
oil or
Right.
drilling or
Obama has
tax
proven
breaks or something like that.
Right, but
but still, clip after clip after clip, and
Right.
you can't tell me that the media was. I mean, from her, it was the same thing. We need to do this, this, which is exactly against everything she had originally agreed with in that email.
Right, but you're not letting
And
me
I'm kind of
finish.
disappointed by that.
There's no reason to be disappointed.
Why?
Because she was applauding something Obama said. But as we have
When
learned
was
in
the
the
last
past,
time you applaud something he said?
can I finish making my point?
I suppose.
Thank you. Then we'll
got
go
time.
back to that other question. In the past 2.5 years, we have found out that Mr. Obama is a liar. And he says many
I'm
things.
not talking
No,
about Mr.
that's
Obama,
not the
though.
point. Let
I'm
me finish.
talking about how
You're not
she
letting me
changed-
finish.
She changed her point of view.
No, she didn't.
Faster than anything else.
She didn't change her point of
Yes,
view.
she did.
She endorsed something that he said that he did not live up to. He said he wanted
But-
to do this for the oil, and then he didn't do it. He turned around and he didn't do it.
No. Weeks. The week after she was selected as the vice presidential candidate,
Right.
she was giving a speech and was going against everything that he had said and everything she had originally agreed with instantly. It's like the switch flip.
Okay.
They flipped the switch.
Okay.
And I disagree with that. You should have stuck to your guns. I would
She-
have had more respect for her if she continued to be like, well, no, I don't agree with the Republican Party. I don't agree with John McCain, and I
Right.
think that and it's not about Republican or Democrat. Like, we share both. You have to at some point say that both political parties have similar views on topics. But no one wants to listen to it, and that's what makes me mad. Like, woman, stand your damn ground. Sorry.
It's perfectly okay.
Excuse my language.
The point that I'm still trying to make is that Obama has said things that I agree with. Like, we're going to have the most transparent government administration. Like, we want to have, we want to drill for oil and things like that. But then his administration does exactly the opposite. Obama is capable of looking you right in the eye, looking the camera right in the eye, and lying to them. They are transparent in their lies. And I can take
But
you and
see,
show. Wait.
let me
No, but let
explain
me
to the
finish. I haven't had a
American-
chance to finish yet.
You
Let me just finish.
haven't talked about my thing. Okay, go ahead.
The point that I'm trying to make is that if we were to go back and look at the comments and then opposed to, in other words, don't get me wrong. Yes, I do understand if you become a vice presidential candidate, you kind of have to toe the candidate's line. That's
But
your
even
job.
after she towed the candidate's line, and there was she still is. I just am so frustrated by that.
Well, I want to say-
she earned my respect and then lost it
well,
in 24 hours. I'm like, she really, like, there's no scandal. She really was on the straight and narrow. I was like, wow, she seems like a pretty decent person, and
She
media
is.
really is screwing it up. And then she's like, oh, exact opposite. And I'm
okay.
just like, that's so.
I'll tell you
why
what.
would you do that?
I'll tell you what. Let's do. We've kind of
I
broached
have
this
to do
subject. No.
research. Okay.
Yes, because I
Yes, I have
guarantee
to do
you.
research. No, I'm not
no.
vacation.
I guarantee you that she has been totally consistent the whole time. Okay.
She's been consistent the whole time with whatever political party she's got allegiance
No,
for.
that
has
is
been
not
told her
true.
to do.
She has been as hard on the Republicans as she's been on the Democrats. But
What
listen,
about the Tea Party?
the Tea Party was built around her. The Tea Party surfaced because those people that voted for her, not John McCain, but voted for her. When McCain lost, and some of the dumb things he did to lose, like it was like he had to lose, he was going to show us he could lose, and he did those things to make sure it happened. As soon as she was cut free, the Tea Party came up behind her. It is her Tea Party. Don't ever kid yourself. The Tea Party is hers. They will be here. She declares,
But
and
don't
it's going
you
to be
think-
fascinating to watch.
Okay, but don't you think that the Tea Party surrounded her only because of after what she did in the public eye?
On July 15th, we will probably have an opportunity to see a movie that other people might have already seen by then. It's called The Undefeated. It is a documentary film showing Sarah Palin from child to going into where she is now. I remember, like you did to me with the album, so I am inviting you that we will go see this together. and then we will come here and talk about it.
Okay.
And I guarantee you, I don't want to guarantee you, no, let me not say that. It's not a challenge. I will be very interested to see what you feel after you've seen this film.
Okay.
Because people that have seen it have seen the lies and how what she has said has been manipulated.
I don't disagree with that.
I mean, in this email thing, which
And
really
like I
showed
said,
where the media
I was very impressed with the fact that the emails showed how much the media has manipulated. However, there was the email that she sent, and then she...
Yes, you have to look at the email that she sent, because I've read it too. It was specifically what it was about.
Yeah.
And then I would have to see it. It would be very hard for me to watch Anderson Cooper. He's on the Clinton News Network, and I cannot. I don't have enough shots.
I'm sure you can
to be able to deal
pull
with
it
them.
up on
But I would
YouTube or something
well,
like that.
I will look into it, and so that at some point in the future, but we'll do this movie, and we'll come and we'll talk about it, and we'll talk about it,
Okay.
because from what I have been able to ascertain from those people that have seen it already, that it's very even-handed, it's very fair, and because you are one of those people, and I have great respect for you, and I've told you this on TV before, I have respect for you because you and I have other people that I know like this who may not agree with me, but they're not brain dead.
Right.
They're smart. They can see the truth, even if it's not their opinion, and like, look at I supported Jimmy Carter. Boy, was I wrong. But I supported him. I supported Ross Perot, and what a joke that turned out to be. Okay, but I knew Bill Clinton was an anathema. I mean, they talk about I lost the whole of the presidents for 8 years. Okay, so it's that kind of thing. But be that as it may, as far as the emails go, that was, as far as I'm concerned, that was a despicable thing. Right now she's a private citizen. She's not, she may have run.
She was a private citizen, but during her term of office, all those records and documents are public.
When are we going to see Obama's emails? When are we going to see Joe
you-
Biden? Couldn't see Joe Biden's because
Why
I don't
don't
think he
you-
could even.
Why don't you petition whoever whatever?
Because you're not. You know what he said? He said he destroyed them. That's his answer to everything. I'm telling you, this guy is absolutely
Whatever.
a criminal. And if
It's not. Well, see, what
I'm sorry.
intrigued about is how you spinned it from me talking about Palin agreeing with something and then her going
because
going
I haven't seen
opposite,
Anderson Cooper's
and then
manipulation of what she said.
No, that's kind of no. He read directly from the email.
He read?
Read directly. Well, whatever it was, but he read from the email. He said it was quotes, and then but then he showed clip after clip after clip of
I
her
learned how to do
saying
that
the
the
same
other day.
thing of like going against whatever she had agreed, going against Obama, even on the same topic that she had previously agreed with in an email. And that was the thing that really irritated me.
And I would share with you, I bet you that when
and
you
she
look
still
at it
has
further,
that mentality.
and
Or she still is saying that.
She is the same person she has been the whole time. I have
Did you
watched
become
her.
a Palin supporter after she became the vice presidential candidate, or do you even know who she was before that?
No, I didn't know her
Okay.
before then. And when I heard her speak, and I heard the things that she said, and I was just totally won over.
Which was what was
did you ever- did-
dictated to her by the Republican Party.
That's not true. She wrote her own acceptance speech, and that's what won the hearts and minds of everybody that backed her. And if McCain had left her alone, he would have won, because the things that she wanted to say and the things that she wanted to do, she didn't want to give up Michigan. She wanted to go fight for. Listen, I don't have the documentation that I could pull up if we were sitting over on this machine. And I could go in and I could pull up things and
I'm
pull
just
up things
saying
and pull.
that I was kind of
I would
had
say
great
hold
respect
off.
for her,
Hold
and then
off.
I lost it.
Don't
So-
lose it yet, because I guarantee you that if we were to look at what Anderson Cooper presented,
I guarantee you'd be like, oh,
no, I don't
damn,
think
he's
so.
right. You'd think you'd be right. How many times do you think she says Joel, baby Joel?
Plenty.
Exactly.
Plenty.
Isn't that
That's
she
one
was,
of her phrases. Drill,
Right.
baby, Bill.
but,
You know why?
But what she was talking about in the email was how she agreed with something with Obama said that wasn't involving drilling.